Yes, sir. Now, today, we're going to talk about Dallas rapper Z the Wizard. Now, he was shot outside a Dallas club on New Year's Day, right? With quotations on New Year's. Because we know that the real New Year's isn't until spring, right? But we understand that January comes from Janus, right? Which is said to be a Greek god, right? So these are Greek gods that they are worshiping and ritual sacrificing to on this false New Year, right? To give praise to these false gods and these false entities, right? So it's always a sacrifice that has to occur either on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. It's always some type of ritual that has to occur, right? So with that being said, man, Z the Wizard, right, was celebrating 2026 with BigXThaPlug at the grand opening of local strip club Pink House Dallas Lab on Thursday, January 1st, when tragedy struck. He was one of 4 victims who was injured in a shooting at the establishment, to which police reportedly responded at around 3:45 a.m. The Texas MC has signed to Future's Free Band's record label. So those are our 2 links, right, that we have in this situation. 2 individuals that's at this point deep in the industry that he was connected to, right? So let's look at these 2 individuals for a second, because it's very interesting that BigXThaPlug had actually performed on New Year's Eve worldwide, nationwide. Yeah, he done officially crossed over. And then you see that little vortex. You see that little vortex portal type of thing, that little Travis Scott type of thing, that see you on the other side type of thing, right? So we see him performing on New Year's Eve alongside names like 50 Cent, Chance the Rapper, Busta Rhymes, Demi Lovato, Pitbull, K-pop, and BigXThaPlug is among these names that get to perform on quote unquote New Year's Eve. So now we see what has to come with that, right? Now, if we talk about the day that this artist was shot, now they're saying that he remains on life support, right? So this might be just a rebirth ritual for that artist, right? A rebirth ritual that he has to go through, right? He has to come near death to become reborn. Now, this happened 323 days after his boss's birthday, right? Because that's who he signed to. He signed to Future. As you can see, Future being 42 years old. We're going to talk about that later, right? But 323 as Lucifer equals 323 in the Latin cipher. So that is who they are tributing these rituals to. These false gods, which all in all leads you to Lucifer in the end of the day, right? But come on. Because it was also 234 days, right? It was also 234 days after BigXThaPlug's birthday. And that's who he was with that night, right? This is his friend. When Mark of the Beast equals 234. Even if we include that end date. Man. This shooting occurred, this ritual occurred, and these other people got shot too. Keep in mind, there's some other people that got shot that they saying. Now, we don't know, we wasn't there. We just going by what they telling us, right? That this occurred on the 235th day of BigXThaPlug's age, when the Society of Jesus equals 235. So now we see the parallel of who the Jesuits are really worshiping. This false Jesus, right? That they created. Everything they're doing is a Jesuit ritual. You have to understand that the Society of Jesus is no different than the Church of Satan. They're hiding. They're using these names to hide. They're using the name of Jesus to hide, right? But come on, right? Because even the day, and I'm sure they made another post by now, but at the time that the shooting occurred, on Pink House Dallas Instagram page, They happen to have 201 posts, right? This is the club that the shooting occurred at. And they're following 4 people. As they said, 4 people got shot. Right? The number for death. Brotherhood of death. Rebirth. Jesuits. Jesus. Resurrection after 3 days, right? The Jesuit order equals 201. The Holy Bible equals 201. Ignatius of Loyola, who is the creator of the Society of Jesus, equals 201. Jorge Mario Bergoglio equals 201. That is Pope Francis, who is the first Jesuit Pope. And even he stayed in suite number 201 in the Vatican. So you have to understand that they have rewritten the Bible in their favor. They rewrote the Bible in their favor and named it the Holy Bible, just to tribute the Jesuit order. But come on. Right? Because even the person that they use for this ritual, for this New Year's Eve, for this New Year's Day, quote unquote, ritual, right? The person that was used. BigXThaPlug, real name Xavier Landum, equals 144. When if we open up that Holy Bible, right? That's synchronized with the Jesuit order. If we open that Bible up, it speaks on the number 144,000 in the book of Revelation. That's a group sealed by God for protection during tribulation. So everything they doing, they flipping it. So these people are being protected by Satan, right? Because Xavier Landum equals 144. Jesuit order equals 144. So they rewrote that book, gave it to you, and then told you that the Jesuits are the chosen ones and not you. And then they got you going by that book, man. When they're not even writing you as God's people. You go to their church and you see the Jesus that's in there. And it's a direct contradiction of what they even tell you in the Bible what he looked like. But come on, man. Mark of the Beast equals 144 as well. So we see why they use these individuals for these Jesuit rituals. Well, come on. Right? Because I was watching Black Jesus. I was watching the show Black Jesus. Created by Aaron McGruder, the same creator of the Boondocks. And they kept relating Jesus to fish. He loved to make fish, make a fish fry. He had a fish sandwich. Even his right hand, one of his closest soldiers, man, he was down for him. And his name was Fish. So I'm like, what is this Jesus and fish connection? So I look, Jesus fish Bible. And in the Bible, it says they caught 153 large fish. When Jesuit order equals 153. So they keep on making a mark in this Holy Bible that they gave you. They keep on showing a mark. They keep on tributing themselves. These Jesuits in the Roman Catholic Church. And wasn't the Romans the ones that killed Jesus? But then you trying to tell me those are the chosen ones? The ones that killed Jesus and nailed him on the cross? But come on, man. November 20th, 1983, which is Future's birthday, the day he was born. If we take that to the day that his artist was shot, we get 15,383 days. Let's break that down. We got that 153 again. And then we got 83. Jesuit order equals 153 in the English language backwards. And Society of Jesus equals 83. So this is who they're tributing with these rituals. It are the Jesuits. They run in this entertainment industry. And you're not going to get far without rubbing shoulders with them, without pledging your allegiance to them. And these rituals they put you through, it's gonna reflect that. But come on. Right? Because he been showing this. This was years ago when I didn't even know who Cuz was. And he was taking pictures with the one-eye symbolism. With the big X right over the eye. X marks the spot. When the story of Jesus was that he died at the age of 33. And then this person, Z the Wizard, gets shot 33 weeks and 3 days after BigXThaPlug's birthday, when Masonry equals 33. So even Masonry tributes the Jesuits as well with that number 33. So let's talk about Masonry, because this shooting also occurred 4 months and 11 days before Big X's birthday, when Freemason equals 411 in Satanic. 411 in Satanic. So if we look at the Church of Satan founder, Anton LaVey, he was born on 411, April 11th, right? So then once you peel these curtains back, you see who they really tribute. This is their Jesus. This is their Jesus. It's the founder of the Church of Satan. But come on. Right? Because it's very interesting, right? It's a double entendre for real, which rappers are known for. Rappers, artists, and authors are known for double entendres. So it's very interesting that this rapper is from Dallas, which is the 214 area code, when Church of Satan also equals 214 in the English language in reverse. So this is why they use this artist from Dallas. Whether this was a whole creative player, create a character, you know, you make him where you want him to be from, and you know, who knows where these people are planted in the city. You know what I'm saying? Just like that movie In Too Deep, where they just plant people in the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? Who knows where these people come from, right? But this is why they use these people for these specific rituals on these certain days. It's these symbolic numbers that these people represent. But come on. Because even the day that BigXThaPlug was born, he was born May 12th, which left 233 days left, when Anton Sandor LaVey equals 233. When you take the English language backwards. Right? So they're linking Anton LaVey to this situation. Church of Satan, Society of Jesus, they're overlapped. Right? Because even the Urantia book states that Jesus was born on August 21st. When Anton Sandor LaVey equals 821 in the Satanic cipher. So this is these people Jesus. This is their Jesus. It's Anton LaVey. Right? Because even if we look at August 21st is the 233rd day of the year, when Anton Sandor LaVey equals 233. So that's why this individual was used for this ritual, because he has the same overlapping numbers. But come on. Right? Because even if we look at the day that the Urantia book was published, it was published October 12th. 10/12. Zeros have no value in numerology. So we have 112. Iesus Hominum Salvator equals 112. Iesus Hominum Salvator is a Latin phrase meaning Jesus, Savior of men or mankind, often seen in the IHS monogram as the emblem for groups like the Jesuits. So even the Urantia book is tributing the Jesuits. And then they're telling you that Jesus was born on a day that's synchronized up with the founder of the Church of Satan. But come on, man. Come on, because we're going to continue with this 112. Because y'all remember that R&B group 112 that was signed by Diddy. And their first album was Room 112. Now, this ritual occurs 1 month and 12 days after Future's birthday, which Future's birthday is November 20th. Remove that 0, 112. This is where the Brotherhood of Death, Skull and Bones rituals happen. The rebirth ritual. So the fact that this artist did not pass away signifies that this was his rebirth ritual. Right? Watch that movie, The Skulls, and you'll see how the initiation stage starts with each initiate sitting in a coffin, laying in a coffin, and then coming out, signifying their rebirth, the death of their old self, and then reborn. Right, 112. And then look at his name, Nevadius Demon Will Burn. That's his birth name. Nevadius Demon Will Burn. So look at these individuals that's included in this situation that's connected to the founder of the Church of Satan. And then we got somebody called Nevadius Demon Will Burn. But come on, man. Right, because this even occurred 18 weeks and 5 days before Big X's birthday, when the Brotherhood of Death equals 185. The Brotherhood of Death, man. Right? Even Big X was born on the 132nd day of the year. So by default, because this incident happened on the first day of the year on the Gregorian calendar, his birthday falls on the 132nd day of this ritual, just like the Brotherhood of Death equals 1320 in the Sumerian cipher, which is the English language multiplied by 6. But come on, man. Right? And then he was one of 4 shot. 4, the number for death. The Brotherhood of Death. The rebirth ritual. Last but not least, Future was 42 years and 42 days old at the time that this ritual occurred, when Freemason equals 42, Jesuit equals 42, blacks equal 42, the N-word equals 42, racial slur equals 42, slavery equals 42. And when I was looking up that fish, that number 153, when Jesus told and they caught 153 fish, I was trying to look up on Google what that 153 signified. So they were saying that it equals sons of God in Hebrew. And then even in English Gematria, sons of God equals 42. So I wonder why they choose to mock you. I wonder why. I wonder why they choose you to mock you, because you don't understand. You don't understand what we trying to tell you with these rituals and these numbers. What we trying to tell you, and we using these black people. And that's the mockery of it. That we having these black people put they people through these rituals, these sacrifice rituals, these death rituals, these rebirth rituals, to credit the Jesuits, but then they taken from you. They taken from you because you don't know that you the 144,000. But then they give you the Bible and then they tell you that they're the 144,000. So that's the big mockery. That's the big ha ha ha. The big laugh in your face. Because you don't understand. But that's all we got for this video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for all the love. Appreciate y'all for all the support. And I'm out.